guys, it's your girl Victoria back to you with another review for Caught in the Act Unfaithful Season 3, Episode 4 called I'm Marrying Both of Them. Legally, you can't in the United States of America. Stone. But anyway, we get introduced to a lady named Vanna. She's in a relationship with a guy named Stone, jackass. And, they met at the DMV. They've been together for 4 years. He don't have any kids, but she got 6 kids of her own. But he wants kids, and, so she's a little insecure about that because she don't necessarily want more kids. She's of a particular age, so she, I guess, can't really have no more kids, or doesn't want to even try to have kids with her age. I didn't catch her age, but she does look like a lady of a particular age, so understandable. Definitely would be a high risk pregnancy. So they have been in talks about adoption and stuff, and surrogacy. But she's a little hesitant because I can imagine if someone of who, I mean, like I said, I don't know her age, but of a particular age who already had 6 kids, been through the whole baby stage and all stuff, and like all her kids are probably grown as hell. She ain't trying to repeat that. She don't want to, start that over, but for the sake of him not having any kids of his own, she is, I guess, somewhat willing to do it with him. But like I said, she's hesitant. And also, the other reason, I guess, why she is hesitant, he's still in contact with his ex, and that's, why she's here, to see if he cheating on her. And I guess she has been in cahoots with the ex, but I don't know if it's before she knew it was his ex or after she knew it was his ex, but I guess maybe they're not in cahoots like they were in the beginning, or whatever the case may be. But because he's still in contact with her, and I guess she sent him messages, because I guess she looked at his phone, and homegirl said that she loves him. Vanna confronted Stone. He said it's nothing, but she don't feel too sure, so that's why she's trying to see what's going on. So of course Tammy's taking on the case. We're gonna see what's going on. So Jennifer is the PI for this case. We got day 1. We see Stone going to a bar to perform because he's a musician. And afterwards, he sits down with a friend to talk about, things that's going on, and I guess with his life. And supposedly, he entrusts this one specific young lady to, keep track of his money, that he gives all his money to. And, it's obviously not Vanna because, since he said young lady, we are to assume it's not Vanna, which I'm just like, you guys are so dramatic, because let's be honest, let me, even though I'm jumping the gun a little bit, homegirl don't look too far from Vanna's age, so I don't know what we talking about. Maybe she's younger by a few years, but I guess that, considers her a young lady versus Vanna. Y'all both look, y'all around the same age, so what's the, I don't understand. Anyway, afterwards, he goes home, and, it looks like once he's home, he's chilling. It seems like he's chilling in the backyard or whatever. A girl pops up, but it's not like she pops up to the house. It seems like she was already chilling in the house. She got a robe on. I guess they eat dinner or drink wine or have a little nice romantic dance on the, backyard before they go inside. She stays and spends the night. And then next day, they go all dressed up to a family adoption services office. So it seems like they're in talks of adopting of them two, and then afterwards, after they leave, after they finish with the adoption office, they go straight to the courthouse and apply for marriage license. So we are to assume this is the young lady that he's giving all his money to, since he's actually going forward with going to the actual adoption offices and actually going to the courthouse to apply for marriage license. And once again, I'm just confused. I'm in conversion of how she's like such a young lady. And I'm only saying that because, she was trying to throw shade at homegirl Vanna about her being young and Vanna being old. But it's like, y'all look like y'all about the same age. So I don't understand the shade here from you. Anywho, so after they do all that, we have Vanna meeting up with Tammy and Ken to go over the footage that they found. And of course, Vanna's hurt. She's crying and, eventually gets pissed, like, how could he do this? Like, understandable, different stages of emotions. So this is where Tammy's like, do you want to do the team up or the takedown? But, she kind of hints more towards the team up. So Vanna chooses the team up. We get to the team up. And I think the girl named I put Sophia on my notes, because that's what it sounded like, but I think it's Sophia. we're gonna say Sophia for the sake of me not trying to butcher it. And like, I'm sorry, I already butchered it. I'm just gonna say Sophia because that's what it sounds like. But the way it's spelled, it seems like it's pronounced a different way, but similar to Sophia. So that's why we're gonna go with Sophia. I'm so sorry for not putting your actual name, homegirl. But like, you throwing shade at Vanna, I ain't cool with that either. So anywho, so I guess Sophia was in the office with Stone. Stone left, so now's the time for them to do the team up. So Vanna goes into the office, and Sophia immediately kind of, I guess has an attitude saying, yeah, he's with me, he's my man, we've been together for 14 years, and, obviously we're moving forward with everything because, I'm young, you're old, you can't have no kids, I can have kids, and, even though I can have kids with him, but we're going to go to the adoption agency because that's an option. That doesn't mean just because we're going to have kids together, don't mean I can't, we can't adopt. Girl, please. I mean, technically, Monica have kids too. I mean, for goodness sake, she got 6. But, obviously, it's a safer bet to go the adoption route because surrogacy, you could probably still do surrogacy, but we don't know the quality of your eggs. But the fact that you was trying to say, you're young and Bonna's old, really, because you're probably doing the adoption thing just like Bonna would do the adoption thing because you guys are of a particular age, and it's probably better to do adoption versus a natural pregnancy versus a surrogacy because the quality of your eggs is probably not the best because it may not be in the prime of having great quality eggs. So let's not try to shade Miss Vanna when Vanna could be coloring her hair. But your hair gray, lady, so, and that doesn't mean just because you have gray hair, it means you old, because, there's some young people who have gray hair. But I don't think that's the case for homegirl Sophia. So, Sophia, you want to do all this shading shit? Ma'am, if anything, Vanna look better than you. Let's be honest, like, I can't stand someone who wants to shade the other person. And you know what's so hilarious? Okay, I don't want to jump the gun, but it's just like, it's so funny you talk all this smack. But how everything ended at the end, who's crying? Who's upset? Who's boo-hooing, bitch? Anyway, so they sit down with Tammy and Ken comes in to explain what's going on. They sit down and talk, and like I said, Sophia was very like defensive and stuff, but it wasn't until Vanna started talking to her in their native tongue because they're both Cambodian. Saying like, oh, I thought we were supposed to be sisters and stuff. And then, but Sophia gets, a little emotional and all that stuff because she thought they were supposed to be sisters too. And, she had no clue what's going on. Vanna had no clue what's going on. So that's why, Tammy talks to them like, excuse me, this is why it's a perfect for you guys to team up to confront him together to see what he has to say. So that's how they plan to do it. And they plan on how to do the duo takedown for Stone. Okay, cool. We get to the takedown. So I guess Stone is in the studio, and Sophia's there. He's letting his band members know about what him and Sophia got going on about the adoption agency and, applying for marriage certificates and whatnot. And, that's when Vanna says, I want to go in. Let's go see what's going on. All right, cool. I do want to make mention that throughout this whole episode, Tammy did make it her mission to let Vanna know that she's beautiful. Every time she sees her, she's like, hey, you look beautiful, da, da, da. So I feel like that's Tammy's way of trying to, not have Vanna so down that Stone is cheating on her and thinking that she's not good enough, she's not worthy enough, she's not beautiful enough. So I think that's Tammy's way of like kind of, pouring into her like, girl, you're beautiful, you don't deserve this, you once again a woman of a particular age. So it's like, you don't gotta deal with bullshit. You got your own shit, you got your own life, you've had a life, you had 6 kids, all this stuff, you got your own career, you got your own money, you don't need nothing from him. So don't let him make you feel less than, pretty much. So I do appreciate Tammy for doing that. And Vanna, you are beautiful. That's why at the end, what happened at the end happened at the end. Anyway, Vanna goes in and confronts Stone in the studio. Stone tries to shut it down, the conversation. He's a man of a particular age too, so he's not new to this. He's true to this. He know how to try to talk to a female, try to manipulate her, saying, oh, really, we're gonna do this? Like, come on, I wouldn't do this to you. Meanwhile, Sophia's right there. And, that's when Tammy and Ken walk in, explains to him what's going on. And he's just like, really, really, so you're gonna do this? You're gonna put this on camera? That's everybody's reaction because they upset that they got caught. It's not because they on, they on camera, so to speak. It's just the fact that they got caught, and now it's publicized that they got caught. So I'm just like, okay, you are the epitome and description of narcissist, condescending, a gaslighter, all that and above, all that and more. That's what Stone is. So Tammy takes him away to talk one on one, and he keeps trying to deflect, and he eventually he admits that he was with Vanna, but I mean not with Vanna, but with Sophia, but he didn't really want the relationship no more, so he moved on with Vanna. But he didn't tell Sophia that, the relationship was done, even though it's like, was it really done? Because y'all continued the relationship to the point you guys seem to be moving further than you and Vanna. But I digress. So when it comes to when Tammy's trying to tell him, like, well, you got to choose, you can't keep straggling both of them along when you could only move forward with one. He's like, he don't want to move forward with just one. He wants to move forward with both. He wants to marry the both of them, hence the title of this whole episode. And it's just like, you can't do that legally, even though he wants to. Because, in his mindset, he want to do it like the Old Testament where men had multiple wives and stuff. Well, sir, you're not in the country for that. If you want to do that, go to a different country. And I'm pretty sure there will be females who will be willing to do that. But Vanna and Sophia don't seem like females who want to do that. So what are you going to do now? We don't know. So we didn't have Ken talking to the ladies, and it comes to find out Vanna got a ring from Stone and Sophia that didn't. So, she's kind of confused about that, which is like makes things more confusing because it's like you're moving forward more with Sophia, but yet you gave Vanna a ring and not Sophia. You're not making any sense. What do you want, sir? Like, even if you want multiple females, it's like, I don't understand why people just can't be honest. If that's what you want, that's fine. Just make sure you find women or people who want to do that with you. There's a whole community for that. There's apps for that. There's event meetups for that. But it's like y'all be wanting to bring people who are not about it, not wanting to be a part of that lifestyle into that lifestyle. Why don't you just find people that's already in that lifestyle so it could be easier for you? Unless you're trying to say you wasn't initially trying to do that, but now that you're in a position where you're in love with two women, now it's like the only easy option is to move forward with a poly relationship and have like sister wives and stuff. But it's just kind of like, sir, we are way past that because you wasn't honest from the jump. So it's like we can't do that right now. So we didn't have Tammy pulling Vanna with her to talk with Stone. So Stone tries to tell her he loves her, and he keeps talking, saying a lot but not really saying much. Like I said, he's one of those guys who's going to try to talk you, those guys who talks you into your panties. Stone is the type of guy who's going to try to talk you to not be mad at him and stuff, go up to you saying, look at me, try to touch you and stuff, trying to hit those, I feel like I'm going to say this wrong, like trying to hit those erogenous zones to try to get you, to fall in love with him, or to not, really focus on the bad stuff he's doing, but to focus on the good stuff that he's doing to make you feel good in the flesh. Stone, you ain't fooling nobody. Vanna, low-key, she looked like she was falling for it, but I'm glad she, for the most part, stuck to her guns in these scenes, because, later on, she don't stick to her guns. But anyway, meanwhile, Ken is talking with Sophia, and then they eventually go join Tammy, Stone, and Vanna, and then when they're joining them, that's when I guess Vanna tried to say something or ask him about Sophia, and then Stone is just kind of like, he's sorry, and he thinks that she's the end all be all, try to hug her and all that stuff, and saying Sophia, what he had going on with Sophia is not even real. How, sir? You went to adoption office. You went to the courthouse. How is that none of that real? So obviously, Sophia heard that, she got her feelings, and it was just like, so Vanna got a ring, I never got a ring, why is that? And like I said, Stone is such, like, he's just one of those, okay? He's just one of those, because he's just like, oh, it's a beautiful ring. And Sophia's like, well, we've been together longer, and you didn't give me a ring. Stone's just like, so? Ladies, him acting like that should tell you all you need to know. The fact that Sophia's been with him almost 4 times longer than Vanna, and he's treating her like that, even though he's doing more actions with her, as far as moving forward with life versus Vanna, Like, how does that not say anything to you ladies, both of y'all, Sophia and Vanna? I guess not. But I'm just kind of like, that would have been it for me. That would have been like, okay, this we're done. Because even if I was in Vanna's position and he chooses me, it's like the fact that you could do that to her. So what, after 10 years with me, you're gonna find somebody like, the fact that he wants the both of y'all, to me, just says, okay, Vanna, after 10 years, he might do the same thing to you. So, anywho, Sophia reminds him that, she owns all his masters and etc., finances and stuff. Stone's just like, don't even try that shit. But it's just like, sir, don't try it. But she got you on that. She owns your masters and has all your finances. And the fact that you're trying to make it work for someone else, that's a complete slap in the face. And this is why I'm just like, no one should be with him, because that is just not clicking for me. It's not making sense for me to be with someone for 14 years. They own your masters. You give them all your finances. You go to the adoption office with them. You go to the courthouse to file for marriage license and all that stuff. And you don't even end up with them by the end of the episode. It's bullshit. Not that they should want to even be with you after this shit, but for you to go to the other person is diabolical. And for the other person to stay with you, like, that won't happen to them, is diabolical. And it's just like, Vanna, you're too good for this shit. But at the end of the day, in this scene, Stone said he wants the both of them. Tammy calls him fake and tells him he needs to take accountability. And, after she said what she said, she left, saying it's her time to go, and tells him goodbye, sweetheart, in the Cambodian language. I don't know what it's necessarily called, so my bad for that. But Sophia and Vanna leave right after her, and Vanna gives him the middle fingers as she walks away. But it's funny that you do that, because after that, Stone plays his piano, acting like nothing's wrong. But 3 months later, Vanna and Stone are together, and Sophia was kicked to the curb. Obviously, Sophia's upset, understandably so. But I'm just like, Vanna, I thought you were better than that. So do you think he's not going to do that to you in about 6 years when you guys reach the 10-year mark? Because that's when he left, well, not left Sophia, but started doing what he did with you while he was still with Sophia. Mind you, I guess Sophia went away for a while. That's why he ended up being with Vanna. But you didn't even end it with Sophia. So I just, maybe it'll be different with Vanna, but when I saw that she was together with him, or sorry, they're not together, they're working towards, y'all together. Like, I don't give no excuse. Just be upfront, just be 100. Y'all together, y'all, and you just gonna continue to be manipulated by homeboy. I don't know if he giving you that good D. He probably is, but Vanna, I wish better for you. But since you with him, I hope he don't do you like he did Sophia. But I can't be too sure, because he don't give me, changing his personality or the way he is anytime soon. He, like I said, he's a man of a particular age, so I feel like he's set in his ways. But that's your man. That's your relationship to figure out. That's not mine. So I'm just commenting on it because y'all displayed it on national TV. But congratulations. I don't know. That was an episode. Like, I was just a little upset the way it ended. I'm just like, oh, okay. Okay, Vanna, if that's what you want, that, stigmatization is a real thing, people. It's a real thing. Trust me, it is a real thing. Anyway, on to episode 5, I guess. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you laughed at least once, please subscribe. If you didn't laugh, that's okay. Come back tomorrow for episode 5. Hopefully I can make you laugh then. So you can subscribe then. Comment down below what you thought about this episode. Be easy, lemon squeeze, and I'll see you guys in the next one.